They thought it was just another standard relocation. 5 human children taken from the neutral colony of Meridios. 3. Quietly and without fanfare. The Empire's records would later state it as an accidental quarantine incident. Something about a viral scan malfunction, incorrect transport manifests, and some routine planetary lockdown. The truth was simpler. The Empire had begun purging Earth's influence near the borders, and someone decided children were soft targets. 5 unarmed kids, ages ranging from 4 to 9. No weapons, no threats, just young, bright-eyed humans playing near a freshwater stream when the gunships dropped and the black-armored enforcers moved in. No resistance, no witnesses, no survivors. They buried the incident in sub-files and encrypted silence, expecting Earth's response to be soft, slow, political. But Earth never responded with politics when blood was spilled. Not when mothers were involved. Not these mothers. The Empire hadn't studied their names. They hadn't cross-checked the genetic ties, hadn't paid attention to who those children belonged to. But the galaxy knew. Because when General Ro Calderon received the encrypted footage of her twin daughters being herded onto a transport under stun net fire, her base in Scutum sector went black. Communications severed. Coordinates locked. 4 of her dreadnoughts immediately detached from defense formations, engines flaring like demons, heading toward Empire space. No one questioned her, not even command. When Admiral Sarah Dax received a blood-stained stuffed toy in an unmarked container, one she recognized as her son's, she tore off the ceremonial medals from her chest, grabbed a personal sidearm, and whispered 3 words that made her crew shiver. No negotiations. Burn everything. General Okoye Jean, long thought retired after the Tarkon siege, reappeared on Earth's military net within 30 minutes, her face cold as iron. "Mobilize Ghost Unit," she said. "All of it." Ghost Unit hadn't been seen in action in 20 years. Their last mission had collapsed the moon. Commander Valen Raz, tactical strategist of the infamous Red Spiral campaign, said nothing when she saw her daughter's medical bracelet labeled deceased non-Empire citizen. She simply stood, turned off the interplanetary live feed, and input ancient Terran launch codes that hadn't been touched since the Doomsday archives were sealed. And the 5th? She didn't even wait. Captain Lynn Marth of the Outrider Legion was already in Empire space when her son stopped responding to daily comms. She tracked his neural beacon until it went dead. The moment it did, she hijacked an Empire frigate, painted the words, "You took my boy," in red across its hull, and set a collision course to the near surveillance relay. The explosion disrupted 10 sectors. Each woman moved without words, without planning, without asking permission. These were not officers now, not tacticians. They were mothers. 5 warriors born in the crucible of Earth's deadliest wars, forged by discipline, perfected by pain. And now they burned with the one fuel more dangerous than antimatter: loss. The Empire's first sign that something had gone wrong came when Sector 19 Starforge vanished from long-range scanners. One moment, it was stabilizing plasma conduits for a dozen capital ships, and the next, its fusion core was collapsing on itself, detonated from within. No alerts, no distress calls, just silence and then obliteration. 4 hours later, the elite fleet garrison station on Krellin Outpost received a single transmission, a child's voice reciting a nursery rhyme over the static of approaching warships. Then came General Calderon, weapons hot, screaming vengeance through laser and hellfire. Admiral Dax was already deep inside Empire borders when her fleet intercepted 6 patrol units. She didn't fire. She offered a warning. "Drop weapons, evacuate your civilians, and get out of my way." 2 complied. The other 4 didn't. They no longer exist. Ghost Unit? They didn't strike. They haunted. Black ships emerging from wormholes like wraiths, erasing intelligence hubs, and sabotaging command links. Systems went dark. Officers were found with neural disruptors still humming in their skulls. Across Empire space, whispered phrases began to surface. Death from Earth. The Silent Five. Mothers of Ash. High Command tried to respond. Grand Strategist Euroval met with the Emperor personally, demanding full-scale mobilization. The Emperor, cold and logical, waved him off. It was 5 children. We'll send a diplomatic envoy. Earth will grieve. They always grieve. Euroval didn't argue. He knew the names. He knew what had been done. But the Emperor wouldn't listen. Earth would grieve. Earth would grind them into dust. And then it happened. The 5 converged. Their fleets appeared above the Empire capital world like ghosts through a broken veil. Planetary shields rose too late. Defense batteries targeted shadows. What descended wasn't a fleet. It was fury, precise and merciless. The 5 didn't use terror weapons or bioweapons or planet killers. They used skill. Each strike was surgical, each bombardment targeted. Dax hit communications. Raz destroyed the orbital targeting systems. Jean crippled the marine garrisons. Mareth led drop troops in perfect urban wave tactics. And Calderon? She walked directly into the planetary palace, alone, carrying the charred necklace of her daughters. She wasn't stopped. Not once. Every soldier in her path either stepped aside or laid down their weapon. Every camera caught her boots marching across polished floors. She kicked in the Emperor's doors and didn't wait for him to speak. The palace exploded minutes later. In its wake, the 5 gathered atop the ruins, holding nothing but memory and rage. They didn't declare victory. They didn't speak to the galactic networks. They didn't even take prisoners. Instead, they transmitted a message. Human children are not collateral. They are not warnings. They are not pawns. They are our future. And if you take our future, we'll erase yours. The Empire's council scattered within hours. Civil war broke out on 12 systems. Surrender envoys were sent, intercepted, and left unanswered. Earth never responded. There was nothing left to say. No one claimed credit. No medals were issued. The galaxy whispered the tale, unsure whether it was truth or legend, propaganda or divine vengeance. But they knew the names now. Calderon, Dax, Jean, Raz, Mareth, 5 women, 5 warriors, 5 mothers, and 5 children who would never come home. The stars burned a little dimmer in those sectors now, as if the void itself mourned them. And across the cosmos, no one, no matter how powerful, no matter how cruel, dared harm a human child again, because they knew, they had learned. Earth's wrath didn't come from generals or admirals or fleets. It came from mothers.